Hi, book friends. So, welcome to mid-May, and I have a huge book recommendation for everybody who is on their mid-May journey, just trekking through life and reading. So this book for me was a touch and go. I could not put it down for over 24 hours, and I felt like I was living through a dream and a new world. I just felt dropped into this whole storyline, and so I'm super excited to share with you what I experienced and why I recommend it. But I do know that there are mixed reviews about this book, so just hang tight and I will tell you all. Okay, you guys, so my book review for mid-May is Silver Elite. So, yes, and absolutely yes is all I'm gonna say just to start it off. So what's crazy is that a lot of people have been messaging me about this book because they've been getting a lot of mixed reviews all over, social media, and they're like, oh, Silver Elite, it's not that great, blah, blah, blah. And reading is such a subjective experience. And so for me, I felt like I was just dropped into a whole nother planet, and I was just relating so much to the main character. Yeah, let's just get into it. I want to give you guys all the info. So the main character, her name is Ren, very dark femme energy, independent, so much grit, just so powerful, right? Like, she doesn't necessarily fully walk in her power. I think she's really afraid to walk in her power, but just this journey that she goes on as she's shedding, this idea about her and about herself was so cool to witness. And of course, like, I can't give it any other words besides the fact, like, she is so fucking sexy, like, so fucking sexy. So Ren lives in a world where people are distinguished between modified and then, of course, like regular people, right? And so modified people are basically those that have these like secret superpowers, right? So it's like telepathy, telekinesis, mind control. And so a lot of these people are persecuted in this world. And so there's all these like parallels, at least in my opinion, to what's happening in the real world, right? And so Ren, of course, like sees this like whole scene play out with like, her uncle getting killed and, then her being captured and recruited into this like whole academy that trains people for what's known as like the Silver Block, which can then lead to what's known as the Silver Elite. So then, of course, you witness Ren go through this whole training process, right? And as she's going through this training process, she is just self-sabotaging the shit out of her outcomes, right? Like, she's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do everything that I can to prove that I'm not, like, trained. And so as she's going through this, she's like, kind of like trying to block herself from liking the enemy. And over time, what ends up happening is she's in this, like, dual role, right? Where she sees both perspectives. And from this, she's like, I don't know which side is right or wrong. And so all this conflict starts like happening, right? And that there is no freaking good storyline if there is no forbidden freaking love. And so, of course, she falls for the freaking colonel's son, who is like the top tip of the enemy, right? Like, he is the enemy's enemy. He is it. And so she is like, why am I having these feelings for this man? Why am I, just wanting to be around his presence? And then vice versa. Like, she's noticing he's attracted to her and all these things. And so their storyline is just crazy. Like, the build up from like the first scene to the last scene, like, it was just insane. I also feel like I was seeing a lot of parallels around, misunderstanding and how power can be used to basically create messages and rhetoric and hatred, and how there's always like a secondary agenda and gain, and how it's really hard to actually discern who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. And I think that this is a huge message just right now in this era of like misinformation, that how the heck do we even discern right from wrong? Because everyone seems to feel like they're right and everyone presents a good point. And so, I don't know, this book really spoke to me about that. And I've just been on my own journey trying to figure out what that even looks like too. Like, all these opinions, they can make sense, but like, how do I know if it's like truly harmful or like not harmful. And so I think all in all, that's why I was called to this book. So if you find that that is also what you're searching for, maybe this book is the right book for you. But if you're also a little maybe hesitant because it seems cliche, I mean, to each their own, you know? But I absolutely loved it. So, yeah. So, Dani Francis, I am so looking forward to the rest of your work and just seeing how the storyline gets drawn out, because this was top tier for me. I loved it. So thank you for this gift. If you ever see this, you're probably not, because I'm a nobody, but like, whatever. It is what it is. So Silver Elite, check it out. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments.